Yeah, today we are going to discuss exercise 10.5 question number 7. If diagonals of a circle, cyclic quadrilateral or diameters of the circle through the vertices of the quadrilateral, prove that it is a rectangle. Once again, if diagonals of a cyclic quadrilateral are diameters of the circle through the vertices of the quadrilateral, prove that it is a rectangle. Yeah. Children, question number 7 we are discussing. So, diagonals of a cyclic quadrilaterals are the diameters. Question number 7. So, diagonals ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral in which the diagonals are passing through the center of the circle. So, we have to prove that that figure is a rectangle. ABCD, given that ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral, given ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral and diagonals are passing through the center of the circle. Diagonals. Which are the diagonals? AB and AC and BD. AC and BD are passing through the diagonals. We have to prove that. Required to prove is ABCD is a rectangle. ABCD is a rectangle. To prove it is a rectangle, what are all the properties? How can we prove it is a rectangle? If opposite sides are equal and one angle is 90 degrees, then we can say that it is a rectangle. And we know, you observe the figure and tell me, observe the figure, ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral, means all 4 points are lying. And diagonals are passing through the center. Now if you take BCD, this portion, what do you call? Yes, you are right. That is semicircle. Observe it. From here, BCD, BC. So BD is the diameter. This portion is one semicircle. So angle in a semicircle is what? 90 degrees. So by using that concept, angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. Angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. So angle 90 degrees for ABCD quadrilateral, one angle is 90 degrees. If you prove that only ABCD is that opposite sides are equal, then it becomes a rectangle. So for that, we are considering the triangles. Consider triangle ADC and triangle BDC. ADC and ADC and BDC. Observe it. In that angle ADC is equals to angle BCD, which is equals to 90 degrees. Reason, this is R right angle. Angle in a semicircle. Angle in semicircle. Yeah, next. Opposite to 90 degrees, what do you call? Hypotenuse. So, in ADC triangle, opposite to 90 AC we have, that is AC is equals to, in BCD angle opposite BD we have BD, which are the hypotenuse but diagonals. These are diagonals of the same circle. Diameters, not diagonals. Diameters of the same circle. They are the diagonals of quadrilateral, but here diameters of the same circle. Next, and one more side is common in both, that is DC is equals to DC, which is side. So by the criteria RHS criteria, the two triangles are congruent. So triangle ADC is congruent to triangle BDC by RHS criteria. Once the triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts are equal. Observe it. ADC and BCD in that BDC triangle. So their corresponding parts are what? AD is equals to BC. This is by CPCT. Let this equation 1. This is by CPCT. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. We are assuming this as equation 1. And now take another pair of two triangles, and if we prove opposite sides, that is AB and DC are equal. Now we are considering triangle ABC. Now consider triangle. Now in triangle ABC, observe it, ABC and BCD. ABC and BCD or DBC in triangle ABC and triangle DBC. DBC. In that, you observe it, A, B, C and DBC. Are you following? A, B, C, DBC. So angle ABC is equals to angle angle BCD. BCD is equals to 90 degrees. This is right angle. The reason is angle in semicircle. Next, now BC is the common. In both the triangles we have again diagonals. They are AC is equals to BD. AC is equals to BD. This is hypotenuse, but they are diameters of the circle. Diameters. And one more side is common in both. That is BC is equals to BC. That is side. So RHS criteria. By RHS criteria, the two triangles are congruent. What are the two triangles are congruent? Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DBC. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DBC by RHS criteria. Once the triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts are equal, which is AB is equals to DC by CPCT. This is equation 2. Now we observe it in a ABCD quadrilateral. In quadrilateral ABCD, opposite sides AB is equals to DC and AD is equals to BC, and also angle B is equals to angle C is equals to angle A is equals to angle D is equals to 90 degrees, because in a semicircle, angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. Therefore ABCD is a rectangle. ABCD is a rectangle. I hope it is clear to you how we are proving it is a rectangle. In another way also you can prove that. In 8th chapter we have discussed in a quadrilateral, if the diagonals are bisecting each other, then we can prove that is a parallelogram. Then it is a parallelogram. In a parallelogram, as we know, angle in a semicircle 90 degrees. Here, if it is a parallelogram, here 90 degrees. So a parallelogram with 90 degrees is called a rectangle. That is another way to prove. Clear? Question number 8. If the non-parallel sides of a trapezium are equal, prove that it is a cyclic. Non-parallel sides of a trapezium are equal. As we know the trapezium, one pair of sides will be parallel. Opposite sides will be parallel. But non-parallel sides are equal. That means it is an isosceles trapezium. What type of figure we call? Isosceles trapezium. So here, in that non-parallel sides, So here if you take, these are the two parallel sides and non-parallel sides are these. Observe it. So A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D is a trapezium in which non-parallel sides are equal. These two are equal in length and these are parallel. One pair of sides are parallel. AB is parallel to DC and AD is equals to BC. We have to prove that it is a cyclic. It is a cyclic. Given, how can we prove what is cyclic quadrilateral? Yes, either pair of opposite angles should be 180 degrees. Sum of either pair of opposite angles should be 180 degrees. Very good. So given that ABCD is a quadrilateral, ABCD is a trapezium in which AD is equals to BC. Non-parallel sides are, these are non-parallel sides, are equal, are required to prove. We have to prove that ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. ABCD is a cyclic trapezium, whatever you say, cyclic, we have to prove. Now, construction. You say, to prove that, what we have to prove ABCD is a cyclic means what? It should be a sum of either pair of opposite angles. If you can prove that it is 180 degrees, then it becomes a cyclic. Okay. Solution. Construction, you see, draw the perpendiculars from vertex A to the base, that is DC, and draw the same perpendicular here. AM is perpendicular to DC and BN is perpendicular to DC. So in the construction, draw AM perpendicular to DC and BN perpendicular to DC. Two perpendiculars. What can you say about these two perpendiculars? Yes, you are right. Perpendiculars drawn from vertex to the opposite, that is in between the parallel lines, the perpendicular distances are equal. Then only the lines will be parallel. Right? Very good. So AB parallel to DC. Perpendiculars drawn from in between the parallel lines, they will be always equal in length. Always equal in length. So in such that AM is equals to BN. AM is equals to BN. So perpendiculars between the parallels. Perpendiculars between the parallels. Between parallel lines. Parallels. Between parallels. Now you see. Proof. So in the proof, if you take proof, consider triangle ADM. Triangle ADM and triangle BCN. ADM and BCN. In both we know angle AMD is equals to angle BNC is equals to 90 degrees, which is a right angle. Next one, you say opposite to 90 degrees, what do you call? Hypotenuse. Opposite to 90 degrees we call it as hypotenuse, but they are equal, as he mentioned, non-parallel sides of a trapezium are equal. So this is AD is equals to BC. This is side in the given. It is given. Okay. Next, AM is equals to BN. What is the reason AM is equals to BN? They are the perpendiculars. This is AD is equals to BC. They are the hypotenuse, you can mention it. And this is side by construction. This is by construction. Now, see here. By RHS criteria. This is by construction. Now, the criteria, RHS criteria, the two triangles are congruent. What are the two triangles are congruent? Triangle ADM. So, triangle ADM is congruent to triangle BCN by RHS criteria. Once the triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts will be equal. So the corresponding parts are nothing but here triangles. Angles you can consider, observe the figure carefully. So corresponding parts, angle ADM is equals to angle BCN. ADM is equals to BCN. This is by CP. But you can mention this angle ADM instead of ADM. You can even mention as ADC. So ADC is equals to angle BCD. Angle BCD. This we got. Okay. Let this equation 1. Next, as we know, two lines are parallel and this is AD is the transversal, angles opposite, some of the angles, observe it, some of the adjacent like co-interior angles, what we call. Angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. So, angle DAB plus angle ADC, observe it, ADC is equals to 180 degrees as AB parallel to BC and AD is transversal. It is transversal. AB parallel to DC and AB parallel to DC and AD is the transversal line. So angle DAB plus ADC, angle DAB plus ADC is equals to 180 degrees. But ADC is equals to, from equation 1 what can you write? ADC is equals to what? BCD. So angle DAB plus angle, instead of ADC you are writing as BCD is equals to 180 degrees. Reason here, angle ADC is equals to angle BCD. This we got from equation 1. Okay. Now, DAB is nothing but angle A. Angle A plus angle C is equals to 180 degrees. BCD is nothing but C. Now, as we know by angle sum property of a quadrilateral, as now angle A plus, angle B plus, angle C plus, angle D is equals to 360 degrees. As we know, sum of this is angle sum property of a quadrilateral. A plus C is equals to 180 degrees. So angle A plus, angle C plus, angle B plus, angle D is equals to 360. So what is A plus C? That is 180 degrees plus angle B plus angle D is equals to 360 degrees. Therefore angle B plus angle D is equals to, transpose this side, 360 minus 180 degrees, which you will be getting 180 degrees. So angle B plus angle D is equal to 180 degrees. You see now, A plus C is equal to 180, B plus D is equals to 180. Either pair of opposite angles are 180 degrees supplementary. Therefore ABCD is a cyclic. ABCD is a cyclic. I hope it is clear to you. Understood? Sorry. Question number 9. Two circles intersect at 2 points B and C through B. Two line segments ABD and PBQ are drawn to intersect the circles at A, D and PQ respectively. See figure. Prove that angle ACP is equals to angle QCD. Observe the figure carefully. Two circles are intersecting at B and C. We have to prove that ACP, angle ACP is equals to angle QCD. So now in question number 9, we have to prove that angle ACP is equals to QCD. Where is this? QCD. Observe it. QCD. Okay. This part we have to prove. So In that, you see here clearly proof. As we know, angles on the same segment of a circle are equal. Angle ACP is equals to angle ABP. ABP. Let this as equation 1. What is the reason? Angles on the same segment. Angles on the same segment. See here, ACP and ABP. AP is the segment. Angles on the same segment, that is AP. Okay. Are equal. Next. Now you similarly angle QCD is equals to angle QBD. Angle. Okay. From this, one more thing you observe it. Angle. Vertically opposite angles also we have here ABP and QBD. Okay. Angle QBD is equals to QBD is equals to ABP. This is equation 2. Reason, vertically opposite angles. VOA means what? Vertically opposite angles. From 1 and 2, what can you say? From 1 and 2, what can you say? ABP is equals to this. ABP is equals to QBD. So from 1 and 2, you can say angle ACP is equals to angle QBD. Angle ACP is equals to angle QBD. Now, this assume as equation 3. Now, go for again angles on the same segment, that is angle QCD is equals to angle QBD. So, angle QCD is equals to angle QBD. This is equation 4. Angles on the same segment. Angles on the same segment are equal. They are equal. What is the same segment here? QD. DQ is the same segment. DQ, based on DQ we are taking. Now equation 3 and equation 4 you observe it. QBD, this is D not P. QBD. Angle QBD is equals to equation 3. RHS both are equal. So from equation 3 and 4 we can say that angle ACP is equals to angle QCD. Angle ACP is equals to angle QCD. That's what he is asking in the question. Is it clear? I hope you understood. We are taking angles on the same segment of a circle are equal and vertically opposite angles are equal. So equation 1 and 2, we got one more equation. From that is assumed as 3, and again angle on the same segment of a circle are equal. So with that we have proved required thing, angle ACP is equals to angle QCD. Clear, students? Now question number 11 you see. ABC and ADC are two right triangles. ABC and ADC are two right triangles with common hypotenuse AC. They both are having common hypotenuse AC. Prove that angle CAD is equals to CBD. CAD is equals to CBD. That means you have to join this one. CBD. CAD is equals to CBD. Observe it. So given that ABC and ADC are two right triangles with common hypotenuse. With common hypotenuse AC. Required to prove. What we have to prove? We have to prove that angle CAD is equals to angle CBD. This we have to prove. Now construction, just join construction, join CBD, says join B to D. Actually he is asking CAD, CBD means you have to join, or no need. In the diagram we can show that. Now proof, you see, proof. Here triangle ADC in triangle ABC or ADC, any one triangle you take, ABC, angle ABC plus angle BAC plus angle BCA. Angle BCA is equals to 180 degrees by angle sum property. Property of triangle. Now you see ABC, right angle is at B in a triangle because ABC is a right triangle. A common hypotenuse AC makes angle B is 90 degrees. Okay. So this is 90 degrees plus angle BAC plus angle BCA is equals to 180 degrees. Transpose 90 that side. Angle BAC plus angle BCA is equals to 180 degrees minus 90, which will give you, this is 90 degrees. So angle BAC plus angle BCA is equal to 90 degrees. Let this equation 1. Now again we are considering triangle ADC. Now in triangle ADC, because ABC and ADC, in that again angle ADC plus angle DAC plus angle DAC over now DCA is equals to 180 degrees. So reason is by angle sum property, by angle sum property there. Now ADC value we know that is 90 degrees. So 90 plus, here I am writing 90 plus 90 degrees plus DAC, angle DAC plus angle DCA is equals to 180 degrees. Transpose this side, angle DAC angle DAC plus angle DCA is equals to 180 minus 90, which will give you 90 degrees. So angle DAC plus angle DCA. This is equation 2. Adding equation 1 and equation 2. By adding equation 1 and equation 2. And one more thing, when we are proving CAD and CBD, that means they are the, if we consider this line segment, so the angles will be on the segment, but where is the circle? So first we are proving that ABCD is a cyclic, then we can prove that the angles are equal. That's what we are proving. So by adding equation 1 and 2, equation 1 is what? Angle BAC plus angle BCA plus angle DAC plus angle DCA is equals to 90 plus 90, 180 degrees. Now you see angle BAC plus angle DAC together, angle BAC plus angle DAC, BAC plus DAC will give you angle which is nothing but angle A, that is angle A, or angle you can write as angle BAD, these two, BAC and DAC, angle plus. Now BCA, this one and this one, you observe it, BCA and DCA you can write as angle DCB is equals to 180 plus 90 plus 90, 180 degrees, which is nothing but BAD plus DCB. That means they are angle A plus angle C is equals to 180 degrees. Similarly, you can prove that. Similarly, angle A plus, if one pair of opposite angles are 180 degrees, then it is a cyclic. Therefore, ABCD is a cyclic. ABCD is a cyclic because opposite angles are forming up to 180 degrees, adding up to 180 degrees. ABCD is cyclic. Now consider CD arc. Consider CD arc because ABCD is a cyclic. Circle is there. Consider CD. Then angle CAD. Angle CAD is equals to angle CBD. Angles on the same segment of a circle are equal. Angles on the same segment are equal. So angles on the same segment of a circle are on the same segment of a circle. Is it clear, students? See, first we are proving it is a cyclic. Once it is a cyclic, we can say that angles on the same segment of a circle are equal. Clear? Here we have some homework questions from exercise 10.5, question number 10 and 12. Question number 10 and 12. Exercise 10.5, question number 10 and 12 homework questions. 12th question you have to prove that it is a parallelogram. You prove that cyclic. And question number 10 is like example is there in the textbook. I hope you understood today's discussion. Thank you. We'll meet again in the next session.